Hello everyone, and welcome back to Remember the Flowers. Well, we were doing some shopping, Aaron left, and then we met this pupper. And then we met his friends. Yeah, that's what we're doing, I guess.
Oi, Patsy, what the hell did you wander off to?
He yells out to the gray wolf, who waves some more. I got lost again.
Obviously.
The dragon next to him scoffs. The wolf rubs the back of his head bashfully. I decide to hide my knife back in my axiom for the time being. The rhino could rip me in half if he wanted to. Well, he does have king written right there. You know, he's the king, right? It's a good place for that. Very good, very good. The rhino could rip me up. Yeah, oops.
I told you not to wander off like that, and look what happened.
The rhino seems exasperated, but not surprised. Sorry, King. I got kinda excited. That's his nickname? I assume a nickname. That's his code name? That's a better word for that. Yeah, like, really? Really? Okay. And you're gonna tattoo that there? I see.
At least be excited where I can see you. I'm responsible for you after all.
The rhino places his big hand on the dog's head before gently shaking him back and forth, scolding him. Yes, sir. I think he's getting dizzy, but he's not fighting it.
Who's your friend?
I didn't notice the dragon inspecting me until he got too close for comfort. He is right next to me now. Oh, he was helping me look for you two.
Not really. Well, thank you for looking after my boneheaded subordinate.
Aw, come on. Don't be mean to Saber like that. The dragon groans.
He wasn't talking about me, you idiot. Now, don't fight. Not in front of, Sorry. What was your name?
The rhino flashes me a friendly smile. Friendly's the last thing I'd expect from him, based on his appearance. Ghost.
Ghost. That's fitting. But with your pure white hair.
Right? It immediately drew me to him.
It is rather astonishing. I didn't know human hair could get like that.
Well, you dye it, right? People do that all the time. I guess, in the time period I live in, I guess. Lots of people do that. Does the rhino's hair dyed? Is that all natural? I don't know.
It happens more often than you'd think, though it's still uncommon. Usually has to do with trauma.
Really, is that? I'm sorry to hear that.
It's a necessary sacrifice, Patsy. You know that.
I know. Hey, can I touch your hair? Pat. Without having the chance to answer, the wolf it takes my ponytail into his paw, lightly stroking it. Wow, soft. This is definitely his all-natural hair color. At least it is now. They're getting a little too close for my liking.
Barely any reaction to pain, too.
Pain? The dragon holds up his now bloodied claw to show to the wolf. I freeze as I look down. My forearm has 3 clean slash marks, each dripping blood. Did you not put away your knife correctly? Is your axiom hurting you a bit? Tisk, tisk, tisk. The wolf happily sniffs his companion's claw. No doubt about it. He's a carrier. He happily exclaims. King chuckles as he picks up on my tension.
Wasn't expecting that.
Look at these grins. Look at these little guys. Especially this one. Look at this little grin. He's ready for a good time. He's... At the drop of a hat, all three of their expressions turn sinister.
Well, boys, looks like we found ourselves a runaway. The old man back at Ressam is going to love this.
My eyes widen as I realize just how surrounded I am.
Now, don't try to do anything funny there, Cyrus.
Holy shit, this is bad. Just shoot him. Like, just think, you'll get one of them. That'll be something. Right? Like, King will probably still get you. But, you can probably kill the pupper or the dragoon. Yeah, it'd be something. Make you feel like you accomplished something. That's at least me, though. Instinctively, I start to slow down my perception of time. They're going to try to capture me. I need to get out of here. I materialize a smoke bomb into my right hand and then chuck it to the ground as fast as I can. Why is that purple? Like, out of all the colors, we choose purple? Purple haze fills the... Right. The immediate area. Is that a JoJo reference? Was that Purple Haze? Was that a thing? Part 5? Look, I read Part 5 a decade ago. Oh god, it has been like a decade. Whoops, didn't mean to think about that. So I don't remember the names of things. I remember not liking Giorno that much, but that's also my memory. Maybe I'd like him today. It's been a decade. I narrowly avoid being grabbed by the wolf as I start sprinting down the street where Aaron went. Oh. Okay. We go, I guess. Where the fuck did Aaron go? Sai, send a message. I said Sai. Kai? Kai. Sai? Should we say Sai or Kai? Or C-A-I? We're not doing that one.
Unable to process order. Mental link is unstable. Please lower your heart rate.
You've got to be kidding. Yeah, are you kidding me? Useless piece of... They're right, though. I need to calm down. Think rationally. What would Silver do in this situation? I look behind me while running. The street is filled with smoke, and I don't see any sign of King and his goons. Most of the vendors and customers barely pay it any mind, including my running frantically. It's just another Tuesday. Especially in a place like this, probably. Eventually, I decide on an alley to turn down and hide in. Go back to Scraps. He'll help out. He seemed like a cute enough lad to do that. The thought of hiding crosses my mind. With my bleeding arm, it's only a matter of time until Patsy finds me. What if there are other agents who's looking for me? Damn it! I bring myself back to the present to try to calm myself down. My exasperated breath echoes in the alley. I grab another medicine ball, taking more than the recommended dosage. Sorry, Vita. I hope you don't mind that I take more than I'm supposed to. I chew it quickly before gulping it down. After just a minute, I start to feel wired and attentive. I'm borderline overstimulated. If this is what I have to do to survive, then so be it. Not even bothering with the mental link, I text Aaron an SOS. I need you, now! What, no comma? Yeah. It's fine. For a dramatic effect, a pause. That's how commas work, right? Look, I was never good in writing. Literature. Yeah, it's not my specialty. Aaron doesn't reply right away. I'm on the edge that... I'm so on edge, that's what that says, that every sound I hear makes me consider slowing down time. Do it anyway. I can't waste it, though. I need to wait for an actual threat. Aaron replied soon after, giving me a rough location of where he should be. Boss, he's down here! I can smell him! I can smell you. What? Yes. Kai, pinpoint Aaron, now! I don't need to know if that's something they can do.
Aaron is approximately 100 meters to your right. Turn right, the next corner, and...
Before they finish, I slide the screen off and make a break for it. Sure enough, I see Aaron running in the distance. A wave of relief washes over me. I mean, I feel like... You're not out of the woods yet. They can just shoot you in the leg. and then just haul you back. That's probably what I would do. That'd be my first thought. Like, oh, they're just gonna make it so I can't, like, walk, and then just drag me along, scraping me across the ground. It'd be nice if they got a wheelchair for me. Like, do you think they'd be polite enough? You know, shoot you in the leg, pick you up, plop you in a wheelchair, casually wheel you back to headquarters to rest them? You know? We meet up in the middle of the big intersection connecting 4 alleyways. After we catch up to each other, I can't even speak. I'm too busy catching my breath. I'm practically hunched over.
Cyrus, what happened? Are you hurt? Oh, shit. What happened to your arm?
I don't know. There's... Fucking calm down already.
Resum, they're here.
Aaron stops paying attention to me. He looks down the alleyway before me. He promptly steps around me, using his body as a shield. I can hear him growling. Biting my lip, I stand up to compose myself the best I can. This is such a design. It's a bit aggressive in a certain way, you know. There's definitely an appeal here, you know.
Now, why do you have to do all that, Cyrus?
King, Patsy, and Saber. Oh, I'm sorry. King, Patsy, and Saber block the alleyway.
You really had to drag other people into your problems. That's not very manly of you, I have to say.
I promise, we weren't going to hurt you.
Mainly because that's impossible, right?
My mind is telling me to run, to get as far away from here as I can. Aaron is defending me. He's giving me a chance to, isn't he? That's exactly why I can't leave. I mean, like, that's still an option. You can run into Karen. You can run into Silver. I'd probably rather be with Silver. I'm sorry, Aaron. Aaron. I trust Silver more. In situations like this. And in many others, but that's besides the point. I move forward to stand next to Aaron. I lower myself into a defensive position. Does that say posture or position? Position. Okay. There we go.
Cyrus, don't!
I'm not going to leave you behind. I'm not going to leave anyone behind, ever again. Look at that. Maybe I do have some fire in me. Diane would be proud. Diane, probably. It's been a while since that name has shown up. Oh my god. Excuse me. That's fine. That's fine. King cracks his knuckles and then his neck.
Now that's what I'm talking about. Just so you know, we have orders to bring you back alive. Darius has much he wants to talk to you about.
Like I'd give him the time of day. But you know what? I'm not surprised. He's a fool if he thinks I'd exchange anything but bullets with him.
Feisty. Oh, so feisty. As much as I'd love to tango with you.
Huh? Aaron interrupts him by bringing a metal bat out of his axiom. That's it! A metal bat! Just shoot him! Or tase him. You know, you got options. We have grenades on us, don't we? Feel like I would just say, fuck it. You know? Cause some damage. Make a real ruckus. Make it a problem actually for everyone. Yeah, there's more than a few dents on it.
I'd say pretty kitty over there is more of my weight class. Boys, you can deal with the runaway. Didn't know members of the Fracture were so cowardly. You don't know the half of it. Want to know how long it's been since I was able to go wild? Way too long.
Oh? What's he gonna grab? King takes out a pair of brass knuckles. Well, you know.
Pencil pushing, reports, recruitment. None of that shit matters to me. The only thing that gets my blood pumping is smearing someone else's blood across the wall.
Kinda lit, kinda lit.
Especially blood from that 2-bit resistance you think will mean a damn. Oh, It gets me going. Cyrus, seriously, don't hesitate to run. I can handle this on my own.
I'm not going to repeat myself. I'm more than ready for this. I materialize a knife into my hand for good measure. Why not also send a message to Ginnet, Rose, and Silver? Is there a reason not to, Cyrus? Come on. The more the merrier, right? You know?
All right.
King cackles.
Fuck. Let's hurry this up, yeah?
King points at Aaron.
Let's leave the runt to the scuffle. Just you and me, got it? Whatever you say.
Aaron looks at me one more time. I nod for him to go. Aaron takes a deep breath before readying the bat in his hand. That leaves the wolf and dragon to me. They're nothing compared to King, but even so, 2 versus 1 is not ideal.
Saber? Patsy?
They give each other a nod before splitting off from King. At first, they're just walking, then they run. Sure, okay. They're running in circles around me in opposite directions. I think they're trying to confuse me. The full force of that medicine is starting to kick in. I'm able to instantly lower my heart rate to prepare a counterattack. It's tough, but I do my best to track their movement. For slowed time standards, they're kind of fast. I need to compensate for that, sorry. I hear something muffled from behind me. I turn around to see they're starting their assault. I quickly get into a defensive position. I narrow my eyes and hold my knife like Talon taught me. Like Silver taught me. Wow, I do just use their names interchangeably, don't I? They're trying to attack me on both of my sides with their claws. My one knife isn't going to cut it. I see several areas where I can stab the dragon. His neck is completely exposed, barring the collar. I'm still not sure if I have what it takes to strike something vital. Do it anyway. Gamble. Go for it. At this point, that might be all I can do. Not to mention, he probably has a lot of scales as a dragon. I have to go for something, fleshier? Fleshier. Oh. The dragon advances first, so I pivot myself backwards to try and avoid him. When I do so, the wolf is able to grab my left arm. His claws dig into my skin. That's fine. Do all you want to me. Oh, that's not good phrasing. With Saber's forward momentum, I gently thrust my knife into his neck. Oh, look at that. I let him do most of the work. It's tough to avoid the collar, but I was able to leave a deep enough gash above it, which causes him to lose his balance. Patsy lets go of my arm. I can hear him slowly calling out to Saber as he rushes over to his comrade. I use this opportunity and one last bit of energy to force myself forward. You want to catch up to him? Fine. I drop my knife to grab both of their heads, one in either hand, before slamming them into each other. Lit? Let's go. No. Once I confirm they were solid hits, I let go and make sure they fall to the ground while in my slowered time. Ooh, we're just doing things. Seconds go by. I can see them slowly twitching. Saber's neck is still bleeding everywhere. I think I see one of Patsy's fangs on the ground too. I'll get it as a souvenir. I wait another minute just to confirm they're out cold. My heart starts to really heat up. I can't keep this up much longer. I bring myself back to the present to compose myself. I clutch my heart with one hand while looking at the one Patsy got a hold of. I'm bleeding, but it's nothing some bandages won't fix. It wasn't a clean victory, but it was a victory nevertheless. I'm so happy that I nearly forgot about the other altercation. I wonder how Aaron is doing. Poorly, probably. I hear a metallic clang from behind me, instantly turning my head. You know, King does look real good. I can't believe it. The rhino is lifting Aaron high off of the ground. Yeah, off the ground with one hand. King's face is covered in blood, and I don't know whose. He's not like covered in it. He's just got a little splash here, just a little flick of blood. You know? With Aaron's throat still gripped in his hand, he kneels to pick up the bat. He raises it high and is ready to swing. Aaron's face is a mix of fear and desperation as he tries to claw into the rhino's arm. He breaks off more than a couple of claws while doing so. I don't care what condition my heart is in right now. I have to save him. Oh. I slow down time for a third time, the most I've ever done. My heart feels like it's on fire, but I don't care. I need Aaron. I can't let him die. I focus on the rhino's bulky neck. My biggest target yet. Kai, knife, now! Yes, operator! Once it's done materializing, I sprint forward. Why not the gun? I don't know. You'd think that's high on my priority list. Intent on killing to protect someone I love. Despite my attempt to minimize noise, I catch King's attention. He slowly starts to look at me, grinning wildly as he raises the bat higher. His tilted head gives me an even bigger target. My anticipation is overwhelming. My insides are burning. I have one chance. I jump as high as I can, knife in hand. I think back to something Silver taught me. You don't slash with a knife. You pierce. I thrust the blade as hard as I can, right into the bastard's neck. One thing I didn't take into account about slowed time was how long I have to experience failure. My knife snapped cleanly in half. It didn't even scratch the rhino's hide. He cackles. It's all the more grating in this mental state. I look at Aaron. He looks at me. I'm so sorry. I failed. As dejection sets in, I feel more numb than when I was a Labarat. Good thing, too. King is about to retaliate. He slams Aaron against the wall, leaving him stunned. With his right hand now free, King swipes his fist towards me. My vision blurs at the edges. The most I can do is raise my arm in a measly attempt to defend myself. King knocks me out of slowed time, and I fly across the alley, meeting the opposite wall with a resounding thud. I'm so rattled that I don't have time to assess the damage I've taken. All I know is that I can barely breathe. He hit me so hard that he forced my forearms against my neck while I was trying to defend myself. Fuck, I can't concentrate. I'm sure I've broken my fair share of bones, too. I think I might be dying. It takes all of my energy to even lift my head.
Consider that payback for what you did to my men, Cyrus Cantwell.
He turns his attention back to Aaron. He once again grabs him by the neck, this time with enough force that Aaron starts to salivate all over the rhino's arm.
You don't mind if I do the same to him, right?
King laughs as he readies the baseball bat, sizing up Aaron before slamming him into the gut with it. In the gut with it, yes. I know Aaron wants to scream in pain, but he can't. I can't even cry. There's no way I can slow time again. That's what it says. Let alone stand up. There must be something I can do, right? Kai, can you hear me? Yes, operator. Mental link is unstable, but still viable. Please tell me. What can I do to take him down? You're smart. You must be able to come up with something. Please? A pistol materializes in my hand. After analyzing the hardness of the target's neck based on your strike, I have come up with one possible solution. I feel something in the palm of my hand. It's an empty casing. Chance of failure is 86% in your current condition. And my lodestar. I will accommodate the best I can. Thank you, Kai. I feel like I'm still in slowed time as I force my body to work. My fingers are so shaky that I nearly drop the blue gem as I try to load it into the damn thing. Pushing the casing in, I load the gun. I ready myself.
Oh, look at the little gun. That little guy.
My first instinct isn't King's head, but rather his arm. I need to get him off of Arn somehow. I can feel the gun start to rev up, which didn't happen before. I'm not sure what's going to happen, but I have to try. For him. Ready to fire, operator! When I pull the trigger, I expect to hear something loud. While I do, I also see something so bright that I have to immediately close my eyes. Yeah? Oh, that's like the whole arm. That was just like cut on through. Okay. Huh. Well, that is what it is. Well, I'll end the part here, everyone. Leave you in some suspense. And I'll see you guys around.